Okay, let's begin this H5P demo. It starts off by entering this address and then logging in with your college email address. I'll do that here and click next and then log in. And it opens up this page, which I already have quite a bit of content, and we'll start off with this demo here. And we're going to start off with this demonstration file. So I'll click on it. Let's try some of the H5P content. So first of all, let's go to this demonstration file. It's called an interactive book. So we'll look at that a little bit later on. But let's just see the different types of content that we can work with. So click on read. And here is a list of all the different types of content that I'm going to go through. Image choice, memory game, drag and drop, and so on. So the first one is just a memory game, and you can click on any of these question marks and try to find the matching resistor. So that's 470. That happens to match. That was my first choice, so that's great. Another one here. This is a 4.7K resistor, and that's 1000 ohms. They don't match. So let's try this. This is 10K, none of those match. This is 1K, and I think we had a 1K up here. So let's go up to here. No, that was wrong. So that's 1K, and this is 1K. But we have to open another one here. So we've got two of them now. Let's try this, 10K. And no, not that one. So 10K, maybe with this. There we go. So we've got two. And this has got to be the correct one here. So that's an example of the memory game. This second example is called H5P image choice. And basically you're selecting an image out of many here. So let's just try this out. So it says select the 74HC32. So obviously it's this. You check it and you get a check mark up here. Select the relay, check it, select the regulator, and check. So this is very quick to create. And the optical sensor, and check. And so that's all of this type. And again, this type is called image choice, and we had 4 possibilities there. The third content is called drag and drop. And the way that you use this is that we have some values over here that we're going to drag into these grade in areas. So the first resistor seems to be brown, green, and orange. That's a 15K. So I drag this over to here. And it won't tell me the answer immediately, but sometimes you can set it up, so we'll do that. This is a 470 ohm resistor. So drag this over to here. We have a 4.7K and a 10K and 1K and so on. 60, 330, and 2.2. You can also add some other values that aren't part of this list, but for now, let's go with this. So this is called drag and drop. The next content type is called drag the words. And what we do here is that there are a bunch of statements down here and many different values over on the right, and you have to drag this text into these empty boxes. For example, resistor 1, and if you can't see it properly, you can just click on this zoom button or any area on the screen to zoom in and out. So that was a 15K, so I'll find 15K over here. And I believe I've set it up so that you get an immediate answer. Same thing for number 2, seems to be a 470 ohm resistor. And you can see the same thing would happen if I continue. And that's called drag the words. Now we're into a content type called multiple choice. And this is a simple one to create. So if I can't see the image very well, I can just click on it and zoom in. And the first question it asks is the current flow through the supply equals, and I know the answer to that is 15.7 milliamps. Move on to the next one, the current flow through R4, hard to read, so just click on the image. Through R4 is this resistor here, and I know it's 433 microamps. check that off. The voltage through R2, 5.95, check it. And I know the two resistors here that are the same, have the same current flow are these two here. So that's R3 and R4. So just select R3 and R4. Now notice the difference here. These had circles, meaning there was only one correct choice. This has squares, meaning there could be more than one choice. And in this case, there were two choices. And that type, again, is called the multiple choice. This is one of my favorites. It's called the single choice set, and mostly because it's very easy to create, which we'll look at a little later on. So it basically comes up with a question. A digital write controls the logic level on an output pin. So you would select that, very quickly tells you it's right and moves on to the next question. Digital read, and this one reads the logic level on an input pin. And on to the next question, analog write. And this one controls pulse width modulation. So we'll just go through these very quickly. And that's what I like about this too, is it's very easy and quick. Same current, true. Parallel, same voltage, true. Pulse width modulation, 8 bits. A to D register, 10 bits. And this one, I kind of recall the answer is 2.85 and 1.77, I believe. But no, that was wrong. So you can always go back and correct it. This one, the period is 2.04 milliseconds. Okay, and it tells me that I had 10 out of 11 correct, but I can look at the solution and it even tells me which one I got wrong, and I believe what the right answer is. Yes, this was the one I got wrong. So it shows me the correction. And that was called the single choice set. This one's quick and easy. It says click on the resistors that are in series. There are two choices here that we can click on. I believe either choice will give me a correct answer. And it did. If I close this, this is another correct answer, but it'll only give you the first one. And that was called Find the Hotspot. This content is called Fill in the Blanks. And again, let's zoom on the image, and we're looking for missing words here, filling in these words. So it says resistor R1 and R7, which are these two here. And if you want a little bit of a hint, you can add that. It says it starts with an S, so that's series. And the second one, I believe, is parallel. And then these two resistors have the same current flow and the same voltage across. And then you can check them. And you can make them all worth 1 mark, or in this case, I've chosen to be 1 mark for each correct answer. And that's called Fill in the Blanks. This content is called Image Hotspots. It's basically just information when you click on these purple icons. So click on that and it tells you what it is. It says R2 is in series with the rest of the circuit, and you can even add a link. In this case, it's going to a website on series and parallel circuits. Okay, I'm going to exit that website, back to here, close this off, and then we're just saying R1 is in series with R7. And then over here, I'm saying R4 is in parallel with R5. And that's basically just information. It's not a question, but you do have to complete it. Okay, and that's called Image Hotspots. This type or content is called true and false. So I have a bunch of graphics here and I can expand it. And I'm basically just answering true or false to the question. So here it says channel A vertical is set to 2 volts. I'm going to look at channel A, which is in blue, and each division is 2 volts, so that's true. Come to the next one, zoom in. Channel B vertical is set to 2 volts. Well, the B is over here, It does not seem to be 2, so I select false. And then check it as you go along. I did not check that, but it's true. Here we're checking to see which channel the scope is triggered on. This little yellow icon is the trigger. So the scope is triggered on channel A. No, it's on B, so I select false, do a check, and you can do the same thing with all these other questions. So this type is called a true or false. Very easy to create them as well. The next content type is called mark the words or word, and basically you put an image up on the screen. Here I'm zooming in, and then there's a question down here that says click on the correct resistor value. Resistor 2, let's just go back up here to review, is 470 ohms. So each of these text are clickable. So you would click 470 and check it. It's correct. Zoom in on this, click on the correct answer. Resistors should be S in parallel, have the same voltage or the same current. It's voltage, and you can check it. So these are just questions like this. And you can have multiples as well. So it says click on all the resistors that have an orange third band. So let's zoom in on here. And that seems to be 1, 4, maybe just 1 and 4. So let's click on 1 and 4 and check. That's correct, 2 out of 2. And here it's asking for red in the third band. So we have resistor 3, 5, and 7. So click on 3, 5, and 7 and check it. Yes. And over here, brown for the third band. So we have, oops, we're here. So 1, resistor 2, resistor 6, and resistor 8. 2, 6, and 8. And there we go. We have all of those choices. And that type, going back to the top here, it's a long ways up, was called mark the words. The last content type to have a look at is called dialogue cards. And it's basically like a flip card that you're just checking that your answer is correct. So we'd look at this resistor, for example, and it's a 10K. So if that's what you think it is, turn over the card. It tells you it's 10 kilo ohms, and you can choose if you got it wrong to I got it wrong, or in this case I got it right. So move to the next one. I might have made a mistake in the previous one, but let's move forward. No, this one is 15K. You got to be careful with this one because the green is a little hard to see. So I'd say 15K. Turn the card, tells me it's 15K. I got it right. 2.2K. Good. And 4.7K. Got it right. If you do get it wrong, you can, let's say I said this is 4.7K. I got it wrong. And then 330 ohms. Got it right. 1K. Got it right. 560. Correct. And then I think there's a review, and it tells you that you got one card wrong, and you can try it over again. Okay. Once you've done all of that, you have one final step. The very last part is a summary of all the questions that you got right and you got wrong. It'll tell you that here. It'll tell you your progress, total score out of 60. And this number is important when you want to put it in the grade book of Brightspace. So record that the total score is out of 60, and you want to tell the students to submit the report. Okay, that's important because that's the only way that the teachers will know that the students actually did the whole thing and what their mark was. And down here is a summary of what you did, what you got right, what you got wrong. So it's a good summary to review. And that's always the very last tab. You have to remind the students to click on that button, or else you don't see what they received on the quiz mark. All right, so that's all of the content, and now we'll look at how you create some of this content.